Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled Life After Fighting. Let's get straight into the storyline. The movie begins with a scene in a karate class where we are introduced to Alex, a former fighting champion who has retired from the competitive world. Alex, known for his prowess in taekwondo and martial arts, has transitioned into a new chapter of his life by opening a martial arts school. He dedicates his time to teaching students the skills he honed over years of competition, passing on his knowledge to the next generation. Alex's life is simple and peaceful. He lives alone, focusing on his school and the students who come to learn from him. Despite his past fame and success, Alex enjoys a quiet existence, far removed from the high-stakes world of professional fighting. We then meet Julie, who works as the receptionist at Alex's school. She manages the day-to-day operations and helps keep things running smoothly. One day, Julie informs Alex that Ario Gomez, one of his former opponents, is publicly challenging him to a fight. Gomez has been making waves, calling Alex out and trying to provoke him into stepping back into the ring.
He's a coward. Knew he couldn't beat me. He was scared.
However, Alex, who has moved on from that part of his life, finds the situation amusing. He laughs off the challenge, deciding that he has nothing to prove, and chooses to ignore Gomez's taunts. Alex is content with his decision to retire and focus on his school, leaving the world of competitive fighting behind him. Shortly after Alex is introduced, a new character enters the scene, a young boy named Terry, accompanied by his mother, Samantha. Samantha is interested in enrolling Terry in martial arts classes at Alex's school. During their conversation, she inquires whether Alex offers private lessons, and he agrees to provide them for Terry. During private classes, there is a noticeable connection between Alex and Samantha. They bond over small talk, and it's clear that there is some mutual interest. As the lesson concludes and Samantha is about to leave, her ex-husband Victor arrives. Victor has come to pay for Terry's classes, but upon discovering that Samantha is taking private lessons from Alex, he becomes visibly angry.
But may I just punch a bag in the backyard?
The tension is palpable as Victor confronts Samantha, hinting at underlying issues between them. The following day, after another class, Samantha approaches Alex with a casual question about his plans for the evening. She then bravely asks him to join her for dinner. Caught off guard, Alex politely declines, explaining that he has a personal rule against going out with the parents of his students. Samantha, feeling a bit embarrassed by the rejection, prepares to leave. However, as she walks away, Alex reconsiders and follows her to the parking lot. Realizing that he might have been too harsh, he changes his mind and asks her to join him for dinner after all. Samantha, pleasantly surprised by his change of heart, agrees to the invitation, setting the stage for a budding romance between the two. That night, Alex and Samantha head to a nearby restaurant for a fancy dinner. The atmosphere is cozy, and as they enjoy their meal, they engage in deep conversation. Samantha opens up about her past, revealing that she divorced Victor 3 years ago due to his mental abuse. She describes how difficult it was to live with Victor, explaining that his constant manipulation and controlling behavior left her feeling trapped. This candid moment brings them closer, and Alex listens intently, showing empathy for Samantha's experiences. Unbeknownst to them, Victor has been following them in his car, seething with anger as he watches them together. Determined to assert his dominance and send a message to Alex, Victor decides to confront him. The next morning, Victor storms into Alex's martial arts school, demanding that Terry's membership be canceled immediately.
I saw these two coming out of a restaurant together. That is my fucking wife.
He's not alone. Victor has brought along a large, intimidating man to back him up, clearly looking to provoke Alex into a confrontation.
And we don't have cameras anywhere outside in the complex.
Despite the tension, Alex remains calm and professional. He firmly asks Victor to leave the premises, stating that if Victor wants to cancel Terry's membership, they can do so without any trouble. However, the situation escalates when Victor insists on taking the discussion outside the school, clearly aiming for a more physical confrontation. Alex, aware of the potential danger but unwilling to back down, agrees to talk outside, knowing that this encounter could turn into something more serious. Outside the school, Victor's anger boils over as he orders his muscular companion to confront Alex physically. A fight ensues between the two men. Alex initially tries to defuse the situation, urging them to leave since his students and their parents are arriving at the school. Despite his warnings, Victor is determined to make a scene, refusing to back down. The fight quickly turns into a demonstration of Alex's martial arts skills. He manages to subdue Victor's man efficiently, displaying the discipline and control that he teaches his students. However, as the altercation concludes and Victor finally leaves, Alex notices the concerned expressions on the faces of the parents who witnessed the fight. They look distressed, and it's clear that the incident has shaken their confidence in the safety of the school environment. Later that night, Samantha visits Alex, who is visibly upset. She confides in him that Victor has been relentlessly harassing her since their divorce, creating a constant atmosphere of fear and stress. Alex, concerned for her well-being, suggests that she involve the police to handle Victor's threats. However, Samantha is reluctant and afraid, explaining that she tolerates Victor's behavior for the sake of their son, Terry. She fears that escalating the situation might negatively impact Terry, and she's unsure of how to proceed. As the conversation unfolds, Samantha's emotions overwhelm her, and she begins to cry. Moved by her vulnerability, Alex offers her comfort, wrapping her in a reassuring hug. The shared moment of vulnerability and connection leads them to grow even closer, and they eventually become intimate, deepening their bond. In the morning, while having breakfast, Alex opens up about his breakup and tells Samantha that he isn't fertile. Due to his fighting career and repeated spinal surgeries, he has lost his ability to reproduce. This ultimately resulted in him breaking up with his girlfriend. The next day, Alex meets one of his students at school, Samuel, who is also a police officer. He informs him about Victor and asks him to gather more information about him.
Appreciate it, mate.
Meanwhile, we see Julie with her daughter, Violet, and her friend, Lainey. They ask Julie for some money to get ice cream, and she happily hands them some. As they head out, Samantha goes in with Terry when she notices them. She sees Violet tying her shoe, which has a ladybug on it. Inside the school, Alex is busy with his students when he notices two new adults. At first, he thinks they are beginners, but when they hit his students, he gets mad and finds them suspicious. The men challenge Alex, and a fight breaks out. Alex overpowers them and demands they leave quietly. The next morning, we see Violet and Lainey again asking Julie for money to get ice cream. Alex notices this and decides to give them the money. Violet invites Alex to join them, but he tells her that he'll go with them some other day. As the girls head out, men in a black van follow and kidnap them. After some time, Julie becomes worried about the girls and asks Alex if they are with him. When she doesn't find them, she goes out looking and finds their ice creams on the road. Soon, the police arrive and begin an investigation. Alex tries to calm Julie, but she just wants her daughter back.
Stop looking for them, we have to find them. Okay?
A week passes with no news about the girls. Julie arrives at the school to put up posters of them and sees Samantha working in her place. She asks Alex if they can talk, and he takes her to his office. Julie breaks down crying and tells him she is unable to contact her husband, Wayne, who is in the military. Wayne is currently under strict military training, so he cannot be informed about the situation. Alex once again tries to calm her and assures her that they will find the girls, but Julie is not convinced.
Missing children are found all the time.
But rarely after a week, Alex. A week.
She leaves his office and decides to use the restroom. Inside, she takes a high dosage of her medication and collapses. After a while, when Alex and Samantha don't see her anywhere, they break in. Samantha finds Julie unconscious on the floor, and they quickly call an ambulance. Meanwhile, Violet and Lainey are shown locked in a cage with other girls. A man serves them rice and beans.
Eat!
When Violet asks about going home, He hits her with his gun and orders everyone to stay quiet or be killed. On the other hand, Samantha drops off Terry with Victor. He asks her about the missing girls, but Samantha tells him that the police are still investigating and have not found any leads yet.
How the fuck did that happen?
Nobody knows.
Alex tries to contact Wayne through his contacts, but there is no response. 2 more weeks pass, and Alex meets Samuel again. This time, Samuel gives him some information about Victor's background. Victor served in the military and lived in Romania for 5 years. Alex urges him to investigate the missing girls further.
The more time passes, at least likely they'll be found.
As Julie's mental health continues to deteriorate, Alex sees Ario Gomez at the school, waiting to meet him. Ario asks if he can join Alex's class for the day, but Alex tells him his students aren't at Ario's level yet. Ario then reveals that in the last fight they had before Alex's retirement, it wasn't him who won. Alex lost on purpose. Alex smiles at this, asking why Ario is here. Ario asks for one last fight. They prepare for the match, and after giving each other a hard time, Alex manages to overpower and beat Ario. Meanwhile, the missing girls are shown again as someone takes their photos. It becomes clear that the kidnappers are involved in sex trafficking and are planning to sell the girls. Samantha, waiting for Victor to return Terry, grows anxious when he stops answering her calls. She informs Alex that she will be late for school as she's going to pick up Terry herself. She drives to Victor's house and finds no one inside. Then, she notices Victor's car with the keys on the dashboard. Soon after, she spots one of Victor's men with a little girl, taking her back inside.
Get in there and eat your damn food.
Samantha realizes something is wrong and decides to wait for the man to leave. After the path is clear, she heads inside the building and finds Violet's shoes inside a basket with a ladybug on it. She realizes that the missing girls are being kept here and is shocked to find Violet and Lainey, along with the other girls, locked up inside cages. Seeing this, she decides to call the emergency number, but her phone's battery is dying. She decides to text Alex, but she is unable to send a message. Suddenly, someone hits her from behind, and she loses consciousness. Her phone falls down, and the message gets sent to Alex. After some time, Samantha finds herself tied up with the other girls. She sees Victor in front of her, who reveals his business of trafficking little girls. Samantha is disgusted to hear about it, and calls him a monster. He tells her he only wanted her, but now he is going to send her away to Romania with the rest of the girls. Then, he locks her up inside one of the cages and leaves in Samantha's car with Terry. Meanwhile, Alex sees Samantha's message and decides to go after her. When he reaches Victor's place, he finds nobody inside the house. Then he begins calling out for Sam, but receives no response. However, Violet recognizes his voice and makes some noise with her feet to signal Alex. Alex follows the noise and finds them in the cages.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Oh my God.
He breaks the locks and helps the girls get out. Samantha informs him about Victor and his illegal business, and they decide to escape. Samantha gets worried for Terry, but Alex assures her that they will get him back. Samantha tells him that there is a van with keys in the front, and they can use it to get out of there. As soon as they start the van, one of Victor's men catches them and runs after them with a gun, but they manage to escape. They decide to head to the police station, but Victor calls Samantha and threatens to harm Terry. To make things worse, he cuts Terry's pinky finger on a video call to show Samantha the consequences of her decision. Samantha panics, seeing her son in pain, and asks Alex to turn around. Alex tells Victor to come to the school and get the girls as they are now leaving the station. Samuel notices Alex in the van and realizes something is wrong. After reaching the school, Alex locks the girls and Samantha inside a room and makes some arrangements to deal with the criminals. Soon, Victor arrives with his men and orders them not to use any weapons that the police can trace. He tells them to enter from all directions and catch everyone alive.
Holes in the merchandise, so no fucking guns.
Soon, a fight breaks out, and Alex fights them off alone. After killing some of the criminals, he goes to Samantha and hands her a gun. He tells her to use it and shoot anyone who comes into the room, except for him. Then, he kills each of Victor's men one by one until he gets to Victor. Meanwhile, Samuel reaches the school and decides to check it out. Victor asks for the girls and threatens to kill Terry if his demands are not met. During this, Samantha gets out of the room with the gun. She points it at Victor and asks him to let go of Terry, but Victor threatens her as well. She decides to put the gun down, but Victor does not keep his word and shoots Samantha and Alex. Samantha manages to get hold of Terry and falls down, but Alex somehow gathers his strength and gets into a fight with Victor. He tries to snatch his gun, but when he is unable to do so, he turns it around, pointing it at Victor himself, and shoots him. After Victor is dead, Samantha manages to get to Alex and cries for help. Samuel hears her cries and follows her. He finds them wounded and quickly calls for an ambulance. 2 weeks later, Samantha returns to school with Terry and Alex, who is now in a wheelchair. The entire school is decorated for his welcome, and the parents of the missing girls have joined the celebration to thank Alex for his bravery. At the event, Alex also meets Julie, who is now in good health, and her husband, Wayne. Violet also comes to meet Alex and thanks him for saving their lives.